Welcome to the Seraphine podcast. I'm Seraphina Rocha, and I'm with Chelsey Atia today. Hello, hello.
Hi.
We are back with the Seraphine 7, and these are 7 fashion trends we are not down for. So let's start out. I'm going to have you start out with the list. So let's name it off. First one.
Cottage dresses. Clogs is number 2. Number 3, acid wash denim. 4, retro florals. Number 5, extreme wide leg. Number 6, beaded baguette bags. And finally, number 7, low rise jeans.
Ugh. We're starting out
Can
with
you
the cottage
believe
dress.
it?
I know
That's a trend again?
I can't believe it. We're going to start out with a cottage dress, all right? I don't know if you looked on Instagram over Easter, but beautiful Kendall Jenner, who can look good in a sack, all right, is in this pink princess dress that a bunch of people bought. I saw it all over the internet. And then we're seeing it just all over. It looks like Laura Ashley on Super Crack. They're like oversized, like Little House on the Prairie dresses.
They like swallow the person. They're just so much fabric.
Yeah.
I think, like, yes, Kendall can pull it off because it's Kendall Jenner and she's a supermodel. But I think it's one of those things where it's a really tricky thing. And personally, it's not my thing.
Yeah.
But I know some people that totally love the look of a what do you call it? Like baggier dress, like
like a
A-line.
sack dress.
Yeah,
like
it's like a
dress.
sack. It really is like a sack dress, and they posted like, "I love this." I'm like, oh gosh.
It's to me it's a little shapeless, but the thing is I do like a good garden dress. I like a good wedding dress that's like got a floral on it, but it has to be a certain kind. There's a company out called Camino Couture, and they are from they're a London-based company, and I bought a few dresses from them, and they are European sizing. And it's interesting because in some of their dresses, they fit quite large. So sometimes you'll have to get them taken in if you don't really know your European sizing. But what I love about them is they have a lot of fun takes on what would be a cottage dress, but they make it more streamlined to the fit of the body, as opposed to these kind of sack, kind of big dresses. They kind of give me like church Mormon religious, I need a big pompadour braid vibes if you're going with the extreme dress. You guys you can tell me your comments below if you disagree with me. I don't think that they're very chic if they're not tailored to the body.
I think it's all about the fit.
Yeah. So the next one we're going to talk about is something that I used to love back in the 90s is clogs.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I don't even know what made me think I liked them. I think my mom bought them for me, and they were like a really weird, like ox blood red color, and I don't even know what I matched them with, but they're just clunky. They look like something out of Holland. I don't know.
Yes.
What's your take on the clog?
So I'm not a total hater, but not for summer.
Yeah.
To me, that's like, I don't get it. But also, I think that there's better options. I don't know. I wouldn't. Clogs / Crocs. Crocs are 100% out of the question for me. I think they look like horse feet, like horse hooves. I just can't do it.
I can't do it either.
Never could do the Croc thing.
No, the Croc thing is not cool. The only thing that I get a little bit like, I can handle what I call the spa slipper. Like Kanye West has now put out these like mushy gushy slides.
Yeah.
They're not clogs, but they've got kind of a weird space person vibe.
Yeah.
I get a good slip-on shoe. The problem with clogs is they're usually a wooden base.
Yep.
So when you're walking, if you're not a person that walks lightly, you can hear yourself coming a mile away, and then you're off balance. You look a little weird. And, you should put on your what are those hats that like literally look like little horns that are made out of paper? It's like a Dutch hat.
Yes.
You guys will have to tell me what that is. I don't know. I'm going to have to look it up. But anyway, the next one we're talking about is acid wash jeans.
Yes.
And acid wash denim in general. It's a funky trend because I feel like there's some that I've seen that are like a light wash, but acid wash is extreme. It's like bleach and strange patterns. What do you think about this trend?
Well, so after some research, it's more along the lines of like the tie-dye. It's kind of incorporated into the tie-dye trend, which I know a lot of people love tie-dye. So I could see it in that way. But I just don't, I think that for denim, I don't like acid wash because I think it looks a little cheap. And I don't like the stark contrast from the light denim to the dark seams. I don't like that look.
It's funny because when I look at it, it feels very dated. It feels like it should be on, like, it reminds me of the Gerbeau jeans back in the 80s that were like pleated dude pants. I'm like, I don't know. I just can't. Look up Gerbeaus. I mean, those pants are awful. It makes guys look like they have like hips. and then they were acid washed. I can't go with this trend at all. No. It's too much for me.
Yeah. You won't catch me in any acid wash.
Hell no. Retro florals. All right. I don't mind florals. I'm not a floral girl.
Yeah, I'm not either.
But retro florals are like, they remind me of a shower curtain.
Yeah. I don't hate this trend. I might potentially, if I see the right thing, participate in this trend, but I think that I don't like a lot of retro floral fabrics because I think that they look like a grandma's shower curtain. Yeah. Or did you just say that?
Yeah. It is. It's very you know what they're trying to do is they're trying to give a nod back to like the 60s with like Edie Sedgwick and all of that, like,
which I like that.
And I do like it, but I just feel like it has to be done in a way that doesn't look like Donna Martin from 90210. Like there's a famous photograph of her in like a crop top with these daisies on it, and it just looks cheap. It looks like sad 90s, but like not quite an homage to the 60s.
I like the bigger florals. Yeah. I don't like the tiny floral prints.
Yeah. The bigger the floral, the better.
Yeah.
So the next one we have is extreme wide leg. Now, I'll be honest with you. I love a good wide leg pant. I like the Palazzo jeans that Good American puts out. I like a good just wide leg pant, but these extreme wide legs literally look like the 90s skater. Remember in Clueless when she's walking and she's like, look at the guys of our generation. I'm supposed to be turned on by this. They're massive. The only people that I see that are sort of pulling it off because they're gorgeous anyway are like the Hadids.
Yeah, and Hailey Bieber.
Yep, that's about it. Mm-hmm. What do you think about them?
I just agree with everything you just said because I like the look of an extreme wide leg pant. I don't necessarily like it on me. But the extreme, I think, is just overpowering. I think it goes back to the shape. And I think there's kind of like a consistent thing here happening where it's just too much fabric for summer.
Yeah, it's way too much fabric for summer. The next one goes into that 60s Edie Sedgwick vibe is the beaded baguette bag.
Yeah.
I saw actually a few girls. I was in a fashion show just this last weekend, and I actually saw a few girls with the beaded baguette bag. To me, it's a little on what I call, if you're into thrift fashion and you're into that like kitschy kind of grandma look, like Gucci kind of does a nod to it. I haven't really seen a beaded bag from Gucci come out yet, but it reminds me of the old purses my grandma used to have in her attic that kind of smelled like mothballs. I'm not into it.
I probably won't invest in a beaded baguette bag. I don't hate the look of them, but I wouldn't. It's not my favorite trend of the summer. It reminds me of like being young and having like when I was a little girl and I had some like beaded. It probably was a hand-me-down.
Hand-me-down from grandma, right?
It probably was.
Aesthetically, if you're into that kitschy vibe, I think it's cute, but you really have to sell like that thrift store vintage.
Yeah, you have to style it right.
You really do. Mm-hmm. It's not something you put on with like the outfit I'm wearing is like mesh and leather, not putting the beaded bag with
I do like baguette bags a little bit more than beaded, and I think those are a little bit easier to wear. So.
And the baguette bags are these really beautifully shaped kind of, they're almost rectangular, but they're puffy.
Yeah.
So, but the beads with it, Mm-hmm. So now we're going to go to the low-rise jean.
Yeah.
Oy.
Leaving the best for last.
God.
I just can't get over the fact that it's actually a thing anymore. Or that it came back. You know, it's a pendulum swing, though. It will always come back. But it just reminds me of when I was in, like, 6th, 7th grade, and I would get in trouble because my midriff would show because my pants were low rise.
Well, the other thing is just thong wise, like underwear wise, I'm like, I get if you're really, again, making a 90s homage and you think it's kind of funny and you've got a little bit of a cheeky humor with it. For me, what I don't like about it is that it just is a weird silhouette. You have got to be somebody, first of all, it elongates your torso.
Yes.
And again, if you have a short torso,
then that's perfect.
Then it works.
Yeah.
But for most women, a lot of women have long torsos.
Yeah.
If you have any kind of softness to your belly, it cuts off right at your bladder mark.
Yeah.
So it's like you're sucking it in. Then if you put a belt on it, then you've got butt cleavage. You're like cinching stuff in. I feel like it's something that I remember Christina Aguilera when her hip bones were coming out, and it looked like at that time, I thought it looked very belly dancer, kind of sexy. But now after I look at the pictures, to me, it looks cheap.
It does.
It does nothing for your silhouette.
Yeah, I totally agree. I think the only people that can pull it off or person that I've seen is, Emily Ratajkowski, Emrata, because she has like
a goddess body.
She does. She has 0% body fat.
Yep.
And Hailey Bieber kind of does it. Doesn't do it as drastic. Oh, and the Hadid girls, Bella Hadid.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I will.
But again, 0% body fat.
Exactly. And then if you're even gonna play with this trend, Good American actually did a cute little homage to it where they did a crisscross button. And the reason why I like this is Dylan Lex, who I love her. Yeah. She's in my top 7 style icons.
Yeah.
She does a thing with jeans where if you have too big a waist, she'll actually loop the button through one of the belt loops, and it looks almost like a little crisscross offset. And it gives a little dip in the front that's kind of cute, kind of sexy.
Yeah.
But she does it on a big jean. Now, with the Good American jeans, they actually physically made the waistline do a little crisscross.
Yeah.
And it's sexy, but it's not, your bum is not coming out the back. So anyway, these 7 trends, let's go down them one more time. It's the cottage dress, it's clogs, it's acid wash denim, retro florals, extreme wide leg, the beaded baguette bag, low rise jeans. These are the 7 that me and Chelsey are saying, no way. Let me know what you think. If you have any trends that you think that are like, not going to try it, or if you want to disagree with us, send us a picture. I'd like to know if you see anything that's quite stylish in these, because again, I'm always happy to get out my comfort zone.
Yes.
But in the next breath, I also want to see the why behind it.
Yeah.
Totally. Any final thoughts, Chelsey?
No, this was fun.
This was so much fun.
I loved it. And I want to know if you guys agree with us. If you disagree with us, tell us all your thoughts. So
definitely.
Comment below.
Click the like and subscribe button. We will see you on the other side. Thank you so much for joining us.